What's up, guys? So if you can't tell, it's kind of Christmas time, and I thought since it's the first Saturday of the month, this would be a really good time to talk about potential Christmas gift ideas for that gamer in your life. I would classify this as retro gamer, but I'm really talking about several different things that kind of run the gamut of what is gaming. It's not just retro, it's not just modern stuff. So I figured we'd just talk about everything. And this is all gonna work under the assumption that you don't wanna get this person just a game. Now, you could do that, but you definitely don't wanna do it blindly. If they're a collector of any kind, I'm sure they have some kind of running list of things that they're actively searching for of various price ranges that they could give you if you just wanted to go that route. But this list is more for something a little less obvious that they'd appreciate that isn't just a game. And we're gonna start with one of the things that's probably easier to find, and that is in the realm of something else that there's a lot of in my house: Funkos. I've mentioned before, April is a very avid Funko collector, and luckily I am able to share in that with her because there's plenty of game-related Funkos that have come out over the years. And when I say plenty, I mean there's a crap load of game-related Funkos, and a lot of them are fairly inexpensive and pretty easy to track down on the secondhand market, which is good because some of these that I have examples of are kind of old, and there's no getting them new anymore. So I showed this one off last year, and it was the Banjo-Kazooie line. There's this one, and then there's a bigger like box art figure as well. But the Banjo-Kazooie one is probably the only one that I'm showing today that you can probably still find new. But if you go back in time with the Funkos, you'll find plenty of other game-related ones, such as Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima. One of my personal favorite games growing up, Sly Cooper. And then you can take it back even further and find something like Booker DeWitt from BioShock Infinite. Funko has just run the gamut of game icons over the years. And so there's plenty of option for you to find something that the gamer in your life might appreciate. Another thing that they might appreciate is actually on the tree back here. Hallmark has produced several video game related ornaments over the years. One of my favorites that released this year was actually the Pikmin ornaments that came out. There's the red, the blue, and the yellow Pikmin. It comes as a trio, which is really nice. But one of the better ones that would probably be most appreciated is actually the console ornaments. And I really appreciate these because they actually have batteries in them and they make sound. Just listen. If you can track them down from years past, there's a Sega Genesis, there's a Sega Dreamcast, there's the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super Nintendo. They've done the original Xbox, and this year's is actually the Xbox 360. I don't have that one yet, but I do believe that is a Christmas gift I'm getting from April this year, considering she's gotten me one every year since we've been together. I just realized I have several different controller holders that I'm going to be showing you today. So I didn't mean for that to happen, but that's kind of funny. The first one is something that you more likely can just go to Amazon or go to the store and actually find. And those are these character statues here that actually have their arms out so they can sit on your desk or sit on your entertainment stand and hold your controllers. And I like that they're positioned in a way that they can hold it either direction. So they can either be offering you the controller or they can hold it and make it look like they're actually playing it. And either orientation is fun. But if you find a character that resonates with the gamer in your life, then that's a good option as well. Especially if they play console. April really likes Spyro. That's why we have the Spyro one. It's not gaming, but I like Spider-Man. So I have a Spider-Man one back in my game room back there that holds my Xbox controller. And as a secondary to that, if you or you know somebody that has a 3D printer, then you can make them something like this. This is a themed controller stand for different characters. Like this one here is Astrobot, which is a perfect pairing for the Astrobot DualSense. It's a nice little display piece there. This specific one I found on Maker World. I'll link to it down below. It's got a few different character plates that you can get for it and have your controller stand themed to either whatever you like or whatever controller it might be supporting. And if you still want to go the controller stand route but want something a little more aesthetic, you could go for something like this. This is a wooden wall-mounted controller hanger that I actually built myself last year. It's not a super complicated build. It's literally one piece of wood. You cut the corners, you stain it, you attach the controller hangers, and you attach a bit of hardware on the back to allow it to hang on the wall. It just turned out really well when I built it. If you have any kind of crafting skills with woodworking tools, To make this, all you need is a saw and a screwdriver and about 2 hours of your time. And going back to the 3D printer one more time, plenty of shops on Etsy, plenty of booths at conventions, and plenty of people online have designed and made files to print plenty of different gamer related things. Going back to how April really likes Spyro, we actually at a convention earlier this year, we found this Spyro logo 3D printed. And so we picked that up. And then at a different convention, she actually found this articulated 3D printed Spyro. So again, there's a lot of options if you have access to a 3D printer, or if you just like the idea of 3D prints. One of my favorite things that I found this year is actually the Lego Game Boy. As far as Lego is concerned, at 60 bucks, this set is just a little expensive, but with the amount of detail that they actually have in this build, I think it's well worth it, especially having a basically 1-to-1 scale Lego Game Boy at the end of it that you can display and show off. And the last thing that I want to share about today is something in the art related scene. I love the art and the different styles of pieces that you can get. And this one is one that April got for me last year, it got for me last Christmas. And I just wanted to share it with you guys and show it off a little bit, and just maybe it gives you an idea. And that is this shadow box of a torn down N64 controller. This specific one is from Disassembled Designs, but I've seen so many different things like this at conventions over the years. I've wanted to get one several times, honestly, but I've just never pulled the trigger on it because I know these can be a little bit pricey, but for what you're getting and for just this wonderful conversation piece, really, I think it's something like this could very well be worth it. This is the N64 controller, obviously, but I know I've seen teardowns of all different kinds of controllers, all different kinds of consoles, including Game Boys and PSPs and DSs and all the different things put in this nice detailed shadow box looking thing. Honestly, this is one of my favorite pieces that I have. And I really think that anyone who has a love for gaming would love something like this. But I think that's all I've got for you. I want to thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope you and your retro gamer have a very Merry Christmas. If you like the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you like what I do here, then hit subscribe, because that does help me out a lot. Once again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one, y'all.